Welcome to Primos for Life, the wrestling podcast made for the fans, by the fans. Como siempre, yo soy Eddie, el niño vaque. We got Ariel, the Ecuadorian dream bisueta, and we are your self-proclaimed, undisputed co-host tag team champions of the world. And in tonight's episode, we're jumping into a huge week of wrestling as we break down the latest episode of Monday Night Raw and Friday Night Smackdown. From the big moments to matches that had everyone talking, these shows delivered. And the Primos can't wait to jump into the conversation. So, como siempre, sit back, grab a snack, and let's get it on! Primo, mi querido primo, what is good? What's up, man?
That's nice. How you doing, man? That was a good one. I like that one. That was,
Yeah.
very nice.
Short,
the little
sweet.
extension at the end there. I dig it.
Yeah,
I'm good, man. I'm good. I can't complain, man. I was excited to converse with you now because after the past few weeks where you and I have been truly in the doldrums of wrestling, and we both had a conversation how we feel it's affecting the episodes, and we hope we're not bummers to everybody. And you said that on the last episode. This week was solid. This week was a pleasant surprise, and definitely what we needed to kind of rejuvenate and get a little more, blood flowing and the juices going.
It's so funny that you say that because, yes, I was like counting down the minutes to have this conversation because first of all, I am so happy with both episodes. I'm just going to give the grade straight up now. 8 on both episodes because it was engaging. It was like from front to back, I enjoyed every segment, everything, that the matches, everything that was happening. And here's the kicker, right? For Monday Night Raw, I have no buenos. And for SmackDown, I have a no bueno, but it's like it's not necessarily a no bueno. We'll jump into that later, bro. But
it's a mild no bueno.
Yeah. It's like I can live with it, no bueno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mad at the It's, because you all right, because you can go all right, or that stunk, but whatever. So yeah, either way.
Yeah. All right. You want to jump into it then?
Yeah, man, go ahead. Let me just get my notes here. Sorry, I'm bringing up my phone, and we're starting with the Raw, of course, taking place. Where was Raw? Raw was after Elimination Chamber, first one, right? And I forget where we're taking place from, but
no, we get the Vision, hijacking the show as always,
Oh no, I meant taking place like the location.
Well, I knew SmackDown was Portland, but I forget where Raw was. I think Raw. Indianapolis. Indianapolis.
There we go.
Bang.
Indianapolis, perfect. All right, nailed it. Okay, so we start off with the Vision. I'll let you, rock on, and then just pop in with my nonsense.
Yeah. No, I loved it. I love, because we've been, so upset with it the last couple of weeks because it's been the same thing. Oh, the Vision coming out again, the Vision hijacking the show. But like this felt nice because we had like multiple masked men, coming in for the attack because now that we know that, these are all connected to Seth Rollins, now it's like, which one is it? This and that. And then finally, when the Vision is distracted with all these other masked men, we get Paul Heyman in the middle. Then we get the real masked man, the leader of the masked man, the mega masked man coming out with a chair.
Mega masked man. Nicely done.
Well, he's looking a little more buff, right? I mean, I don't know if it's the hoodie. Well, he did look a little chunk,
that's
right?
That's why. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if he's got a couple layers on, but I noticed that too. Because when the other masked man would come out, it was funny because I'd be like too thin, like too short,
too tall.
And then when he was like, that could be him, but he looks a little more stock. Like he's got something on him. Yeah. I mean, he's rehabbing, so he's probably getting that good eating too. So put on, you get that food in, and you're lifting like that. Muscle weighs more than fat, so you keep putting it on. It's going. Ooh.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, it's funny that you say that because that's the same thing that happened with Cody. Remember when he went out for a couple months and then he came right back after surgery. He came back lean and like cut. Now he's comfortable. So, it was different.
I mean, how could you not be comfortable with the role he has in that company? I mean, come on.
Yeah, facts. Oh, okay. Well, let's jump back in. So then, we get the reveal that it's Seth Rollins. He comes back out with the chair, sneaks into the to the ring, hits Heyman with the back, in the back with the chair, and everything's like chaos. And then we go to the back, and Austin Theory's like, "We got to get Heyman out of here. Paul, you got the car." And then whack, we get Jimmy Uso getting his lick back for his brother because it's being advised or televised that it was the Vision that took out Jey Uso for the spot in the Elimination Chamber
Mhm.
because, I mean, it was still up in the air, but I guess they're kind of like confirming that there, I guess, during this segment. But
Or they're dropping breadcrumbs and they're gonna swerve.
I mean,
They
hopefully,
want you to
right?
think it's the Vision that because they're
Ooh,
pushing that it's the Vision hard.
yeah,
That's why I was kind of like, because usually they wouldn't do it. They'd be like, "You guys did it, but we don't know." But now they're like, "You did it, you 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 did it." So I'm like, could be a
mm,
good swerve coming on. So, sorry to cut you off.
yeah, yeah. No. You're right. You're right. And then after Jimmy takes out Austin, he's about to head towards the ambulance, the driver's seat, and I thought he was going to hijack the ambulance, but the driver turns around. We see L.A. Knight. Yeah. And he just pulls off with Heyman in the back. And you see that one guy in like on the exit ramp. He's like, he gets out the way all dramatically, like, oh, he almost
Oh
killed me,
no!
even though I was standing here for the last 10 minutes ready for this spot. But
And he
I
wasn't
liked
going
it,
any
man.
faster than 15 miles an hour. Like, well, I did too. And props to Heyman for taking the chair shot and the stomp. Because I wasn't sure. Like when he was lining up for the stomp, I'm like, no, Logan Paul's going to come flying back in or something. Like,
Yeah.
but he stomped him. I was like, oh damn. I was like, okay, props to you. All right. My question is
Yeah.
because I forget because it was Monday. Where was Logan Paul when all this was happening in the back? Because I remember you said theories like Paul, get the car. We're gonna Logan Paul, get the car, but he just wasn't there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just,
I don't know
yeah.
if he had got taken out too. So yeah, Jimmy, and then L.A. Botch makes a funny joke or tries to make a joke. Hey guys, don't worry about him, and then takes off at 15 miles an hour to get out. But
L.A. Botch. He's so rude.
so, so,
Oh, man.
solid segment. I agree with you. I thought it was great because to your point, we're always complaining the Vision keep coming out and doing this, and it's like, oh. Now it's like they're getting theirs, and it's not just about them. Now this is probably only happening because Breaker and Bronson aren't there.
Right.
If those two are there, I'm not sure this is going down the way it is.
Yeah.
But
Good
yes,
point.
a thumbs up on the segment.
Yeah. Very happy with it. And then as this segment ends, we jump into Gunther's music hitting. He's on his way out. And I started laughing because I instantly thought of you. And we get wham, another Dragon Lee attack from behind. And I'm just like, yo, this is like the fifth one
Yes.
like leading up to this. But oh my gosh, the one thing that I will say about this match was, okay, first of all, good for Dragon Lee. Like he looked outstanding.
He
Great.
held his own. He held his own.
Yeah. And then also Gunther. I mean, obviously, Gunther does tremendous heel work. He's doing the heel thing by, trying to rip off the mask and then that. And then I didn't think he was going to do it. But then at the end of the match, like to get the cheap win, like this is how you know his heel work was like perfect and it worked. That when he ripped off the mask and choked him out and he tapped out real quick so he could like cover himself, like all you heard were boos in the arena.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh, like that's what he wanted. You gave it to him, man. And what a great match. I was very happy with it.
Well, I mean, proper build to that moment with Dragon Lee having the attacks up to this point and people being
Right.
able to get behind Dragon Lee and being like, yeah, man, he's an ass. So yeah, get him. So when it came off, everyone was like, no, boo. Like, to your credit, once again, not a Gunther guy, but does great work, man. He does great heel work. He was fantastic. Great match. It was good to see that Gunther can go with someone a lot smaller and that Dragon Lee can go with someone bigger and have still a very solid match. Yeah, I mean, this needed to happen. It was bound to happen. We'll see where Gunther goes next, or if this is not over. But we'll see. But once again, thumbs up, solid segment. Gunther is just, I mean, he's killing it right now. He's firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, man. Then the next segment, we jump into OG Americano versus Kaiser Americano. And the reason why I love this skit and this segment rather, and how they, it led into a match was because you got to give it to Kaiser, man. His Spanish is incredible. It's hysterical. The fact that he, went up to Gable and was like, cállate chaparro. I was like, yo, like, bro.
Yeah.
He was like, he is short.
Good.
No, but it's so funny. I loved it. It was so fun, entertaining to me, man. It was good.
I mean, they're going to be able to pull this off for a little while and, have it, go to Mania. But this is solid. The original versus the new. He's got his henchmen. Gable messed one of them up, Bravo last week or whatever it was. good interaction, and Gable was pissed, and you could see it. It was great. It was great all around. But you did forget there was an AJ Lee promo in there.
Oh, the reason why I forgot it, and I'll tell you why. Because it's like it
Yeah.
was standard. It was just standard, right?
Yeah.
It was just like
Yeah.
that was a meh, right? Exactly. Because it was just like,
Eh.
oh, I want to be a fighting champion, even though it's leading up to WrestleMania. So now we get this, turmoil match next week for the number one contender. Which cool, not a bad segment, but it was just like, okay, let's just get to the next thing.
Yeah.
That's all.
We
That's
know what
the only
we know
reason.
what this next 7-8 minutes is going to take. We get it. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, just wanted to make sure that it was noted.
Greatly appreciated. But the segment that I did love, and I'm so happy they did this, and credit to you for, again, going with the mind games angle with this Liv Morgan promo, right? The fact that now she flipped it and she was like, yeah, no, like I am privileged. It's not my fault that, I got signed so, young, and I had the best training me. It's not my fault that I'm the inaugural, crown jewel champion and the inaugural greatest Royal Rumble winner champion. You know what I mean? Like all these
Right.
accolades that she was listing, I was like, yo, I wanted her to win. Like, I mean, as much as we love, obviously, Latino, right? Like Stephanie Becker, and she's an awesome, worker, athlete, wrestler, everything, all the above. Her English has gotten better. Like she's improved so much. But I mean, Liv is just so good. I believed it. I loved it. And I left watching that promo like, no, she needs to win at WrestleMania. And if she doesn't, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I think she will get that dub. And yes, great promo. She plays it well. She's another one who plays the great heel and the privileged one. And then knocking Stephanie, you in Chile grew up, and then the barrio or whatever. Like it was great writing.
Flea infested rings, like for the last 10 years. I was like, dang, girl, how you know?
Cutting deep. Well, see, I mean, she's Dirty Tom, man. Luchador. He knows all about it. But yeah, no, she's fantastic on the mic.
Yeah,
she's great when you give her the time to do it. She was very much missed in the time that she was hurt, and it's great to see her come back with this force and focus, and just great. She should get that win at Mania.
For sure. I agree. Next Bueno point. I love that Rusev hijacked the show for like 5 minutes just to call out Obafemi. And I love that these two titans just collided. And it was just like, this is what I want. Like, just give me a fatal four-way between like them two, throw in Royce Keys, and then I don't know, like maybe almost, like we haven't seen them in forever. Somebody big, like, or even Otis. Just give me just big men just beating the crap out of each other.
Monsters.
Bring back
monsters in the ring.
Yeah, bro. Bring back Sheamus. Do something, but let's do it, man. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, great. I mean, these two are fantastic. And to your point, to be able to match someone with Obafemi and Rusev, because there are so much smaller and leaner, superstars. This is great. This was fantastic. This was one of the higher points of the night, I thought. Like, really, really well done. Yeah. Very well done.
Yes. All right. And then we go backstage and we have this hysterical Danhausen list of demands segment that I was like, and I want the Triple H pointing picture. Yeah. I want a giant blimp, like first of all, awesome. It was so funny. And then I love that Adam Pearce had to pull in the Judgment Day. And this was well done because like as funny as Danhausen is, and as much as like people that don't know him see him as like a joke, this little segment, this little bit just gave him that little bit of oomph to be like, no, even though he's a clown or he's like a comedy relief kind of thing, no, like he has power. You know what I mean? Like he had, the fact that he was like, you know what, Dom, you are cursed. And then he just disappears and they're like, get a load of this guy. Who do you and he's like, where did he go? And then Primo, let us know what happened next after that.
Well, no. Let me get into the Danhausen thing real fast. This is what they needed to do when they introduced him.
Yes.
To have him just come out the way he did and have the dancers around him and then just like, fine, but he's best when you hear him. That's the whole point of him. That's where he shines. That's his gimmick, is to be funny and to do that. So this is what they needed to do when they introduced him. Glad they did it so fast. Glad it went well. It was absolutely hysterical. Like you said, he's in a pair up with somebody that's gonna be fucking dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So then he's cursed. He's
Yeah.
cursed.
Yeah.
Then we get to Dominic being cursed, and it finally happening. He went against the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship, Penta, and lost. Now, lost because he was trying to get the ring bell or the ring hammer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the bell hammer. The bell hammer.
Yeah.
And which he's done the past couple times. He's won. He sneaks it in, whatever. And JD went to give it to him, and Finn Balor was like, "No, let him win it on his own," and he couldn't. And as a result, Penta wins the IC championship. Yes. Going into Mania. So he needs to hold on to it after Mania. So he needs so he'll get a Mania win, I'm hoping. So awesome. This is my favorite thing of the night, obviously, because you know how much I love Penta.
Yeah.
You know how much it is. So I was jumping around like a crazy person because I didn't think this match was going to happen now. I figured it would happen at Mania. I was like, are they going to drag this out? And then I saw what was happening. I was like, oh shit. Man, are they going to give it to him on Raw? And then the minute I saw Finn Balor out there, and I'm like, oh, he's going to do something to like stop something from happening, like to do like he's going to get involved somehow. And sure enough, stop the bell hammer, and then Penta hit him. 1, 2, 3.
So good, man. Yeah, no, I enjoyed every bit of that match. I thought it was really well done. I found it funny though, like every time, like this is how much they believe in Penta, that even his entrance has getting more and more upgrades. I saw like more pyro. I saw like a new laser thing. I saw this like whole, and I'm just like, man, they really love this dude. You know what I mean? But,
Well,
and as they should, you know.
They put the belt on him, so they're like, we got to dress him up a little more, you know. If he's gonna be, and then they had him face, you know, camera angle this way, and then as soon as he won, the pyrotechnics came up behind him as he's holding the belt. I'm like,
thing in the middle of the ring too. I was like, man, they love this guy.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nice. And I'm glad because this means there'll be no like him and Ray Phoenix tag team, you know, Lucha Brothers before, you know, both of these guys have a chance to shine by themselves.
Yeah, they need to figure that out with Ray. I get so upset about that because it's like, you know, they're both equally incredible, you know what I mean, in the ring and as a force together. But then it's just like, wow, it's almost like a Jeff and I mean, and no disrespect to either one of them because they're both incredible, you know, when they were on their singles run. But like a Jeff and Matt Hardy, it's like Jeff got a little bit more than Matt, but then towards the end, you know, Broken Matt was like hotter. You know what I mean? It's just I just really wish that Ray got a little bit more juice. Something's happening there, but yeah. No.
Yeah, they got to figure something out. I mean, even if you're using him to be, you know, down in Tipla, like something, you got to do something.
Yeah. And then the final Bueno moment of the evening, great Roman and Punk segment, but that's expected. I mean, these two, I mean, Punk is always delivers on the mic, but then Roman has just gotten better. I appreciate how much better he's gotten at the mic. And even if he trips up, he's able to like just bounce right back into it, take ownership, keep it moving. But that last line of like, you know, not only are you my opponent in the main event of WrestleMania, but I'm going to bury you next to your dead dad. And I was just like, yo, Punk.
Oh, Roman gonna kill you. Well, I mean, I love the fact that Roman kept calling him Phil.
Yes, disrespect. Phil.
Loved
Phil.
It.
We brought you back here, you know, to sell some tickets in Chicago, sell some extra shirts. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, so good.
We brought you back here. I was like, oh man, he's cutting deep. And then when he said the father line, when Punks came at him with the father line at the end, I was like, oh, okay. Like I was mildly interested in this match, but now I'm like, they're doing this well, and oh man, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good because now you have another month, 5 weeks, something like that. No, it's mid-April. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like 5 more weeks to just keep doing things like this. Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, man. So overall, I mean, fantastic episode of Raw. You already gave my grade. What are you thinking for this one before we jump into SmackDown?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go B plus. I mean, the Penta win makes me, you know, has me thinking, you know, light A, but everything else was solid.
So,
I'm gonna go.
Okay, but in numbers, what is that?
Numbers, sorry. We'll go 8 875.
Wow, that's a high one, dude. I was being generous with 8.
The Penta win. The Penta win, the Danhausen promo, the Punk Roman promo.
Yeah.
Like there was some fun, like there was some good stuff here. I mean, Femi Rusev, like there was a bunch of good stuff here. I thought it was, I'm giving 875, but I mean, a point of that is Penta.
Yeah. I hear it, man. I respect it. I love it. I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it.
Yeah. So
all right. So let's jump into SmackDown. You know, coming out of Portland. Again, all bueno, and let's just jump right in, right? So I like that Randy comes out and, you know, does his thing about like, hey, I'm a numbers guy and I'm trying to figure out, you know, out of all the WrestleManias that I've been in, which is 20 of them, I've only main evented 2, and out of 2 of them and this and that. And as he was getting into it, we hear and I'm in my house like, whoa, that trick. Whoa, that, bro. This guy is a superstar, bro. I am so 1,000% on Trick Williams, man. He got the look, he got the walk, he could talk. The fact that he, you know, stepped into the ring with, you know, with Randy, someone like Randy who eats people up on the mic too, man. He's good. And to sit there and, you know, be able to stand toe to toe with him, you know, in his lemon pepper steppers, but then Randy just hits it with the RKO, and I was like,
out of nowhere.
But
out of nowhere.
I liked it. I was genuine pop for me, brother.
Trick is great. Well, Randy came out and he was like, you know, I have I'll feel differently depending on who wins in Mania because we don't know who I'm facing yet. We'll find out in a couple hours. He's like, I'll feel differently about who we're going against. Trick's music hits. Trick is great because when he was working for Carmelo Hayes in NXT and Hayes was the guy, you're like, okay, Hayes is going to be the guy. And now that they're both called up, Hayes still has the championship belt. I mean, let's not get it twisted. He still has gold, but they're using Trick in more of the main event stuff. Because he is that good. Like he is, man. I'm with you. I'm on this train. He's got superstar written all over him. For him to come out to Orton in the opening segment of SmackDown, they trust this kid. They have faith in this kid. This is going to be awesome. He's going to be fantastic as long as they don't mess it up.
Yeah.
As long as they don't mess it up, he's going to be phenomenal. So great segment. Great. I love the out of nowhere because Orton was like looking down, and they made Trick look and it's just like, caught him real fast.
And then he twitches.
Really dope.
In the ring. No, man. But to your point, man, and you actually brought up something really good. The reason why I think he's so good is because remember, he had a little like mini run as TNA champion. He got exposure on a different brand, on a different thing. Right. So he learned how to be like a heavy hitter on a, you know, even though it's a partnership brand and a completely, you know, independent brand. And the fact that he was able to show a world heavyweight championship like style and mindset, I think that's the reason why when they brought him to the main roster, it's like, yeah, no, you're not going to go for the U.S. title. No disrespect to Carmelo Hayes. I mean, awesome.
Absolutely.
Right, but, you know, again, he got the height.
You've proven that you can be the guy carrying a company.
Yes.
Because that's essentially what the champ is.
Exactly.
He's the guy that the company is behind. He's the face and the brand. You've proven you can do that both in NXT and now in TNA.
Yeah.
So with whatever talent we throw at you, you've proven you can do this. So to your point, we can fast track him because we already know what he can do.
Yes, exactly. But speaking of Carmelo Hayes, I loved that they switched up the U.S. Open Challenge, and I love that Nick Aldis was like, hey, we got, you know, challengers from all over the world that want to come at you, and we got one for tonight. And he was like, let me know who it is. You know what? Don't let me know who it is. I'll be ready. And then Nick Aldis is like, that's a champion. And then he goes out and he's waiting for his opponent. And we see, go ahead. Who did we see, Primo?
We saw el hijo del abogado, del milkman, de tu madre, Bobby Wagner Sr. the third plus Esquire.
Junior. Esquire.
Junior. Like, but, no, el hijo de
el hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Dr. Wagner Jr. That's what it is. Like, no disrespect. I just love the fact that his name is 5-6 words. So I just like to throw more stuff on. No disrespect to you, sir.
Yeah.
Love you. Okay. No. No falta
There's
respeto. Disculpa, disculpa.
disculpa. No, but oh, what a great match. I mean,
Yeah.
learning what we've learned about the business thus far. I mean, I think what makes it exciting is like we know when we haven't seen people work together, like,
Mhm,
for them to encounter each other for the first time. I mean, it was
mhm,
seamless. It's like, if they were communicating in there, you wouldn't have known. Maybe they went off on
mhm.
body language, but I mean, it was a well done match. I enjoyed every bit of it. I like that you had the not the mid, I guess we could call it the mid card title for this brand face the mid
Mhm.
card title of AAA because he is the Latin
Right.
American champion. So essentially the US champion of AAA. So it was nice to
Right.
see that collision. It was awesome. I enjoyed every bit of it.
There was one little hiccup early on where to me, they looked like they both were lost for like a second, but
Right.
other than that, this match was absolutely fantastic. It's great because they're the same size and because they both are extremely quick.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dragunov. Dragunov is great. Not as fast as Hayes is, but Dr. Wagner Jr.'s kid is.
Yeah.
Or Dr. Yeah, whatever. He so they that's why I think it worked so well.
Yeah.
Two guys who are very more stylistically kind of the same put
Mhm.
on a fantastic match. This was
Yeah.
this was great. This was kudos to Hayes is doing great with this US Open challenge because all the matches he's had have been fantastic matches.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I mean, do you feel like he's gonna retain at Mania? Do you think he loses it before then? Like, what are you thinking? Or is it one of those situations where he's gonna lose it the night after WrestleMania? You know what I mean? Because that happens too.
I think what we're looking at because you have, like I said, another few weeks going on here. I think you're looking at maybe like in 2 weeks he loses it,
Mhm.
and then he's got to go for it back at Mania. Now
Oh,
you get a storyline build,
yeah,
because you have to do something because you can't unless you're going to carry this into Mania and it's going to be the Mania Open Challenge with Carmelo Hayes and then you bring someone back or what have you. I think the move to get some juice behind this, if you're not going to do something like that, because you want juice behind something like that, especially at Mania. So if it's going to
yeah,
be an open challenge, it's going to be someone returning or something big or something like that. If you're not planning on doing anything like that, or you don't have anybody that you're going to do that with, I think you have him lose the belt or you have him lose maybe a non-championship match or something like that, and then you can build a storyline for Mania.
right.
Then, hate to say it, but he's had it for like 2-3 months. I would love for him to keep it at Mania, but depending on who he goes against and what kind of push they're looking at, it could go either way.
Mm, yeah, maybe to the MFTs to Tamatanga, right? Because he's been eyeing it for a hot minute.
Yeah, he has. He has. So let's see if he can get off of the wide stuff for a little while and get over here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But before we jump into the tag team turmoil stuff, we get a Sammy and Cody segment in the back. And what I wrote was segment was very interesting. I like it. I like it because it's like make up your mind, Sammy. Are you gonna be nice? Or you're not gonna be nice? Like this back and forth, but it's good in a good way. It's
Mhm,
like this tug of
mhm,
war of like, who am I? And then as he tells him, you know what, but Cody, I genuinely mean it. I got good luck. You got this. It just happens to fall in your lap. I was like, yo. But anyway, as Cody storms off and goes to his match, he like smacks all the water bottles there and he's like freaking out. And I was like, okay, we're peeling the layers. We're slowly but surely building,
mhm.
doing something. What it is, I don't know, but it definitely makes me want to keep watching. So I like
Right.
that segment.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to have Sami Zayn involved, and this was, to your point, a very good thing because he doesn't know which way he's going right now. He's leaning like he's going to the dark side, like it's going to happen, and segments like this are just going to kind of further that along,
Yeah.
especially with Cody, who is number one face all over the place right now. So, yeah, great segment. Let's see. Hopefully, they continue it. We have to see what it is, but I mean, there's so much happening with Mania that you don't know if how long you're going to pull this Sami Zayn thing. Are you going to drag it on through till afterwards, or who knows? Like
Yeah.
we have to see how they take advantage of the fact that he is hot in this semi heel thing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. And then but going back to the tag team turmoil, we have this little competition going on between all the tag teams and for the number one contendership, And I
little
was
competition for the number one champion
just a little thing.
contendership.
Well,
Just
the,
little. Yeah.
well, it felt little, but then what I was going to say was it was exciting because then we got to see all these tag teams back in action. Like I was like, the Garzas are back. That's cool. Like they had a good match. Fraxium was out there opening the match. We had the Wyatts.
Exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh look, these guys, Saban and Shelly. Oh shit! Like,
Yeah,
this division was so hot, and we were on it for a minute, and then once the Wyatt Six got it, it just seemed to like,
right.
sorry, no disrespect, but like, so it was, yeah, to your point, it was really good to see some of these guys in action again.
Yeah. But then I like what they did. I like because once you saw the Wyatts, you were like, oh, great. Like they're going to be the ones to win. But then I like that the MFTs came out and like not like allow that to happen. And then I totally forgot that our Truth and Damien were a tag team. And I was like, wait a minute, what? So once I saw them in there, I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna win. Obviously, because it's like it's Damian Priest. Like you got to give him something to do, and it's our Truth.
Right.
You got to give him something, and their comedy relief with each other has always been on point. So I feel like this was a long time coming. It should have happened to me. It should have happened sooner, but I get it. You know what I mean? Like, I like the way they did it in the backstage segment, where it's like, well, I know it's Mania season. I know things are crazy right now, but I mean, I'm trying to get on the card. So what are we doing? And he's like, oh, he didn't tell you. And he was like, oh, you in trouble? Like it was such a great segment. So I liked it. I was happy. I'm glad that they're back in the picture. I'm glad that most likely they will be at some point in Mania. So I was happy with it.
Yeah, it was, I mean, once Aldis told him earlier, like, you're tagging with Truth or whatever, it's like, oh shit. I was like, okay, let's see where this is. And then when they came out last and it was Truth and the bald Truth is Bald Truth and Priest, I was like,
which another thing caught me off guard. I was like, what?
So what the hell? I was like, oh Jesus, man, you're scary as hell. I was like, yeesh. But no, there was, I mean, the MFTs are doing this thing with the Wyatts right now. So it was natural that they came in and cost them that, which was good because it opened the door for somebody else to get the win.
Right.
You know what Saban and Shelly are. You know what Los Gatos are. You know what what Fraxium is. Truth and Priest, to your point, because they had Judgment Day, and you could see Priest almost break a couple times when they were in segments together. Yeah. You know that chemistry does work. So, and Priest is Priest. Of all the people that were in that ring the entire time, he's the biggest name and the biggest draw. He had the championship, so you got to feed him.
Yeah,
you gotta. And I think, to your point again, I'm sorry, I've said it like 6,000 times because you're making such great points, and I just agree with you. You have to get him. You have to get him involved. You have to get him involved. And the championship pictures are so clouded right now. This is probably the best chance you have to do it, because once you get through the Wyatts and the MFTs, now you're looking at who they can possibly go up against next.
Right. Exactly, man. Good point. And then we get another interesting segment in the back. Randy, Sami Zayn, and then later on Aleister Black. But for the main part of it, the Randy Sami Zayn, like, hey, Randy, how do you do it? How could you? And it's funny because I was so invested, I screamed at my TV when he was like, how do you do it? How do you talk so highly about Cody and this and that? But then as soon as, he turned around, you RKO him and you take advantage and you get the win. Because in my head, I was like, because Cody did it 2-3 times to him. He like, we spoke about it like 2 episodes ago. I was like, yo, that's how.
Retribution. It's retribution, man. That's all it is.
It's called the receipt, my guy. Like, pay attention. But
yeah, this one I was more like, okay, like, and then they got House of Black involved. I'm like, no. Randy's going for the belt. Let's just keep him with this. Let's stop this other nonsense. Like, yeah. So, yeah.
But it was
that for me was meh.
Yeah, but to your earlier point about other segments, it's like planting those little seeds. It's like, well, it could go this way, it could go that way. Not to say that it's going to be like a 6-man, a battle royal for the belt. No,
6-pack challenge.
Right, I guess. Right, but it's more so of like, okay, well, what does Aleister have to do with this? What does Sami have to do with this? You start questioning all these things. So, in that regard, it was nicely done. But to your point, I agree. Just give Randy the straight shot. Let him, get to Mania and let him do his thing. Let him get to 15. You know what I mean? Let's do it.
Come on. Yeah.
But The last bueno point of the evening, and then we go for the one meh / no bueno evening, but it's still kind of good. Um,
Mhm.
is the Rhea Jade face off in the ring. I actually enjoyed this a lot because Jade was typical. Part of our complaints
Mm.
all this time was like, well, she's doing the same stick and this whole thing of like, yo, I'm that B, da da da. I got bigger arms and I got big. I like we get it. You're like a superhero. Like we know this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a physical specimen. Got it.
Right, exactly. But for Rhea to come out and be like, yeah, but that's just for vanity. Because when I work out and I do this, it's because I basically go to battle every single time I get into this ring. And well done. Like, what a response. I enjoyed every bit of it. That moment, I was like, yeah, I hope Rhea not only beats Jade, but I really do hope she rips that title off of her, man, because it was well done. Now, however, though, I don't know how heavy it's going to get because apparently there was some Twitter beef with them that was not scripted and some things were said. I don't know the full story, but apparently
Mm.
Jade got like a talking to because of it. So
Oh,
no
really?
sé. So I don't know if that's gonna add anything like in the match because sometimes you know how it happens. Like it's real until it's not real, but then it becomes real. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
so.
Well,
Who knows?
I figure they'll figure a way into this. Like Rhea is a professional,
Yeah.
so I think she'll be able to separate it. She won't forget.
Yeah.
She won't forget. She won't forget. But I think she'll be able to separate it and be like, okay, you're just a shitty person, but I got to work with you. I don't have to like I don't like all my coworkers, like, but I got to work with them. So
Right.
let's go out there, let's make our money and go home. So I think Rhea's that, because she's been in WWE for so long and everything, her level of professionalism and knowledge of stuff like this is, on point. So I think hopefully that'll take over. And for this maybe WWE wants to now show Jade, like, so you can't think for yourself. You can't go into business for yourself. You
Right.
can't. This is a company. This is a family. We all got to work together. We all do it to make the money to put food on all our tables. Can't go into business for yourself. And then
Right.
just maybe take the title right off her.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right about that. And they would do something like that too. So
Absolutely.
we wouldn't put it past
Absolutely.
them
You got to
for
learn a
sure.
lesson. Got to learn a lesson.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, brother. And then the one no bueno of the evening, again, not necessarily, but I could live with it, but not really. Let's talk about it. Cody winning the belt. And the match was great, obviously. I mean, back and forth. You didn't know who it was going to give to they were doing each other's finisher moves. Like, it was perfect. If this was a video game, it's a 5-star game because it's everything you ever wanted in a match, right? I
Right.
just think, for me, from a storyline standpoint, from a logical standpoint, from a fan standpoint, it doesn't make sense that he was champion, loses it, gets in the Rumble, loses it, goes to the Elimination Chamber, loses it, to come back out to win it, just so he could go back to Mania to go against Randy, because obviously the story's there. We know the story's there. So, like, I'm not arguing that part, but I'm just like, but it could have been Drew. You know what I mean? It could have been Sammy.
Mhm.
It could have been anybody else, and I would still be invested because at the end of the day, they're not going to win. Randy's the one that's going to
Mhm.
win. If it was Drew, if it was Sammy, if it was Trick, who cares? Why did it
Right.
have to be Cody? That was my frustration, but I
Mhm.
get it. The story's there, so I'm not going to touch it. What are your thoughts? I mean, am I overreacting or
Yeah,
what?
well, yeah, just because you said it, the story's there. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna pull at the heartstrings of everybody. They're gonna get you emotionally invested in their history and the protege and like whole thing, stuff like that. Because that's how you care, and that's why you tune in. So that's what they're gonna do. Now, Drew took the shaft here.
Yeah.
I understand that because things were stagnant for a while, they felt they had to switch it up, which is why Drew got that belt to begin with. So I don't know if this is maybe a three-way dance, but with Jacob Fatu getting involved again, I think, but is what I said when we spoke last time, that with Orton winning Chamber, I told you, I was like, Cody will probably, win the championship and they'll go against each other. And then you can have a Drew Jacob Fatu feud that goes to Mania as well.
Mm.
So I think that's kind of what they're working on. I don't know if they're going to do three-way dance. I don't know if they're going to do, Fatal 4, whatever, because you can get so much out of the Drew Cody, I mean not the Drew, the Randy Cody relationship and history that you don't need to do anything else to make that match, to get more viewers or spice it up a little bit. Because if you do at that point, I think now you're not doing it the respect that it deserves. If these two go against each other, it should be by themselves. It should be the mentor-mentee, whole thing. That makes sense. You throw Drew in there now, it's like, it doesn't have the same, kind of feeling to it. So I think that's what this is. It's a setup for Fatu and Drew to do it at Mania, and then maybe Drew goes after Randy, because I'm hoping Randy beats Cody at Mania.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what happens in the next couple of weeks, because I don't know what Drew's going to say come Friday, and this is upcoming Friday. So we'll see. I with you was like, just because I knew it was like, I'm sitting there the minute all this came out after Chamber and was like, you keep saying I want to give Cody everything. Great, now he gets the title shot. I was like, well, then here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Orton winning, this is what we're gonna do.
Right. Yeah. But I guess rehearing that point, it makes sense. The story's there because you could imagine like not necessarily like a Rock and Stone Cold promo, but something as good as that. Like, because they have so much to pull from, in the video clips and the video package, that you'd be like, oh, okay, this actually is going to turn out to be a fantastic match. You know what I mean? And
the fact that Randy's going for 15 against the kid that he was, that he helped bring up, like.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Pero overall, I mean, like I told you, I gave this one an 8 as well. What are you thinking for this episode
8.
of SmackDown? Yeah.
8.
Yeah, pretty solid.
Solid B, man. Solid B. Good episode. The writing has been better. I forget you had mentioned it before. We wanted to give a shout out to the new writer.
The new head writer for Monday Night Raw, but now that we heard that Road Dogg has been removed as head writer of SmackDown, I'm pretty sure she's pulling double duty. Her name is Alexandra Williams. Shout out to her, because even though it's the first week on the job, what a turnaround, man. I really hope that these next episodes leading to Mania are just as good, because both were engaging, entertaining. I did not, doze off or like was bored at any point. I was like, this is good. This is good. Give me 5 more weeks of this and I'll be happy,
Well, I mean, that's what it is. This theoretically is the most exciting time of the year.
Yeah.
Because it's the build to the Showcase of the Immortals, to the event. So this is when it's supposed to be firing on all cylinders. So kudos to her on that. I want to see what happens when we get to fucking Backlash in June or something like that, and how that goes.
Yeah.
She's, once again, great job. And it's not a knock. Kudos. Thank you. It's amazing. This is the best time. It should be the best time. Please keep doing what you're doing. For me to be like fully behind, I want to see when we get past it, how it's, how it stakes out. But everything was great, man. Everything was great. This was a great week, considering the past couple have been, even with PLEs and everything, have been like, meh. So this was big.
Yeah. And then, well, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to thank all of our primos and primas and our listeners. Please look at the difference, right? Like, if you heard the last episode, like my primo said, we were just like, blah. But the excitement that we just got injected in us for these last two episodes, what a difference. I mean, these 40 minutes just flew by, because I was having fun talking about it, so
it was good.
Because it was good. Right.
We weren't just picking stuff apart. It was like, no, man, we enjoyed this. Let's talk about the stuff that we enjoyed. Yeah.
Yes. So. Exactly. Pero primos and primas, as always, you know where to find us at primosforlife.com. You'll find all our socials, all our videos on there. All of our season 1 interviews are there, as well as our season 2 interviews that we've had thus far. We have a whole bunch more coming. Pero Primo, once they get on the website and once they find their preferred platform, what do they need to do?
You're going to hit the like, the follow, the love, the notifications. You can do it all. You turn it all on and just click on it. Just, there's love button. Why not love?
Button.
So yes, please, when you get there, feel free to do that. Share with everybody that you know. You know, if they have any interest in wrestling, Eddie and I are just two guys who like to talk about it. Feel free to reach out to us if you want to get on, you know, talk about things. We always do. We're starting to do, you know, predictions from our primos and primas. So, you know, jump on there, make a prediction if you want. Send it to us via, you know, Instagram or any of the platforms, and we'll happily do it. We love you. This ride is great for us, but it's so much better when we know that you guys are involved.
Sí.
Recently went over 1,000 followers, so that means you guys are involved, and it's awesome. And this is when things are supposed to get good. So please, if you're down and you like wrestling, give us 45 minutes of your day once a week, and we promise, you know, hopefully, well, I can't promise you anything. I promise you, Eddie and I will do our best. Hopefully, you know, you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, man. Beautifully said, brother. Beautifully said. Bueno, entonces, primo, como siempre, you know what to do, man.
Yeah. Muchísimas gracias a todos. We will see you when we see you. Let's get to Mania!
Yeah, we will see you when we see you. Take care, everyone.
Good night.